Hey guys, what's going on? Dangerous Day back here to cast another pub that I got off of reddit.com/r/dota2castit. It's just a subreddit for dota2casting. I'm going to put the link down in the description. Before I get things started, I just wanted to say a big thanks to Reddit user QRB for submitting this one. It's just described as a 50-minute long 90 kill slugfest. With Stuart Strong Ultimate. So hopefully I'm able to get through the whole thing. I think I should be able to, but let's get things started right away. You guys will notice right down below in the video, there is an image there for Extra Life. Extra Life is an amazing charity that helps out local hospitals like IWK, children's hospitals, that give toys and other things for kids' recoveries. So it's a great organization. I have a friend that is actually has a team that they're collecting donations. So I'm going to put the link in the description where you can donate. That'd be greatly appreciated if you guys did. But let's get right into the game because I don't have a whole lot of time here. So I wasn't able to find the guy's username that submitted this, but thank you nonetheless. Let's just jump right into the replay, right into it. I believe this was Captain's Draft, so I am actually going to be skipping the draft part. I don't know why I can't hear anything. Ah, there we go. Let's see if I can skip this draft part properly. Alright, so everybody seems to just be kind of going up to the lanes right now. I'm going to put it onto my free camera. It is, but it's not. There we go. So on the Radiant, we're going to have Riviere on the Visage, playing a support role. On the Bounty Hunter, we're going to see Wex. He's going to be doing the offlane role. He has a stout shield. Looks like he got maybe pulled a little bit. He has some observer wards, a little bit of regen. I like it. On the Earthshaker, we're going to have Ampersand, and he has a little bit of consumables, a lot of clarity potions. I really like this on an Earthshaker because he is so mana dependent. He's going to be a support Earthshaker. We're going to have Kirkick on the Gyrocopter. Kind of standard build. He looks like he's going for an early ring with Aquila. I really like it. And Elder Titan looks like he's going to be taking up the middle. He's going to be played by Bear Arms. He's going a very quick bottle build. On the Dire, we're going to see Medusa being played by Ricers. We're going to see Pugna being played by Turget. It looks like actually Bounty Hunter just went by. He's going to be warding up the camps. Warlord Obama is going to be playing the Centaur War Runner, and it's really interesting to see him played as a support like this. And then, of course, Darkseer is going to be playing up that offlane role. So for the early game, Bounty Hunter's actually doing a great job here with blocking off the camps here. Sorry about that. I did not turn my phone on silent. For the mid lane, we're going to see Clockwork up against Elder Titan. I like Elder Titan in one-on-one, especially against melee, because of his, the spirit. I wanted to give it a proper name there. I don't want to call it the ghost, but his spirit, he actually gets, right now, it does 120 damage whenever it passes through him, and he's getting a lot of bonus damage. So right now, he did kind of push out the lane, which is a little bit of a mistake on his part, because he doesn't have his bottle yet. It's going to give Clockwork a lot of easy CS and easier lane control. Right now, as you guys are going to see, it's going to be right around that area. And Clockwork has the high ground here. And now he's going to Cogs. This time, actually, he ended up cogging in, which is going to go against Clockwork here. And no, he's just going to be just fine. On the top lane, just have Bounty Hunter being annoying still. They do have a Sentry Ward, but I don't think that they can catch him out. This is kind of a problem because right now they can't pull. Actually, they did deward that. So that was nicely played by them. And Darkseer's actually been resorted to go into the jungle. He doesn't want to go up against a Gyrocopter. He's all about the range. He's all about being close, but not as close as Ion Shell. It's actually really interesting that his Rocket Barrage is, you can still be just outside the Ion Shell range, but you can still use Rocket Barrage in an enemy unit. And it looks like he's going quite a greedy build here. He knows he's going to be in the hard carry role for a little bit. Elder Titan has his bottle now, which is great for him, but so does Clockwork. And if we look at the last hits, Elder Titan is way far behind, and he doesn't even have any denies yet. And it looks like he's just kind of trying to stack XP, and he looks like he's already starting to lose the lane. Gyrocopter does have to be a little bit careful, but that just the natural order isn't quite enough to make him scared. Looks like we're going to see a smoke gank from the 2 supports on the Radiant. There is a regen in there that maybe Earthshaker could have picked up, but it looks like they just want to kind of go for it. They really need the sleep to set this up. Visage is actually visible right now, so they could see that. I don't really know why the Clockwork didn't back up. I actually want to kind of take a step back for a second.
First blood, more shall come.
Because if you take a look back, I just want to see if he goes visible. So he was, and the smoke was revealed, but the Clockwork just kind of stood there. And that's going to cause him to take a Fissure, Astral Spirit, and then, of course, the Soul Assumption. So that was a mistake by the Clockwork, definitely. He was able to see him. He should have moved back and get a little bit safer. He had no bottle charges, really. And I don't really know if there was anything else that he could have done. Elder Titan's now also going to get a regen rune, which means he doesn't need to bottle Crow. And that, you know, I guess he was sending out a boots to himself. But still, that's not exactly ideal to have to do that. Revere is going to pick up some Sentry Wards here, or is at least going to buy some. Maybe he's looking to pick them up for Bounty Hunter? I'm not quite sure. They're just doing stacks on stacks. Looks like some nice pulling there of their wave. It's going to help them lane control a little bit more, because right now Bounty Hunter's getting a fair amount of XP. Actually, he is almost on par with Medusa, and that's never good to see a carry on par with an offlaner. You really want to be able to shut down that offlaner, because the offlane is called the suicide lane for a reason. He's not supposed to get as much farm, so if he's getting farm, that's not a good thing. It actually looks like Risers and Gyrocopter may be going for the same build. Gyrocopter's actually not bought a single item yet. I'm not quite sure what he's going to be going for. I thought it was going to be a Ring of Aquila, because he has all the items except for what you need from the secret shop. I believe, anyway. So I'm not quite sure what he's looking to do now. Clockwork's made it back to lane. Elder Titan does have an Invis rune up there, and it looks like Bounty Hunter is trying to rotate, but I believe that they did have vision of him going to place that ward, so they may be going to look and counter ward it if they have sentries. They do not. So that ward is going to stay up for a little while then. Never mind. Elder Titan now just trying to get off some harassment. Look at that sick damage with the spirit coming back to him. Visage is going to be picking up another smoke, and it may be looking like they're... No, he's going to pick up a magic wand here. Oh, just a TP. I thought it looked like they were going to be pushing here, but he still hasn't bought any items. I don't know if he's going to go straight Midas. I really don't agree with that, because that means his starting item choice was completely wasted. He's going to go straight Midas. Okay. I guess it's not awful, because he still made it in 5.5 minutes, but I thought that he would just maybe skip it. Let's see, Bounty Hunter being a little bit more aggressive here than usual. Now that the lane is actually controlled, like I was saying, the wave should have not been back there, but it looked like with those pulls and those stacks, it was able to push up a little bit. Here's that push I was talking about. Krunk is actually doing a pretty good job, I guess, trying to push it out. He needs to get up that Hand of Midas, though. I mean, he had it 30 seconds ago, and he's not going to have it for another 30 now. So that's actually really, really unfortunate. That's actually a really cool color effect. I like that. Like a firefly from... oh, it even cracks the ground a little bit. That's interesting. I haven't seen that one before. Clockwork's going to be chased down, but unfortunately they're not going to be able to actually get him from that smoke gank. It looks like they're trying to kill Darkseer here, but they're all out of mana, and I don't think that they realize that they can't do a whole lot. Bounty Hunter's going to be chased away by the Centaur. He's back in range of that Sentry Ward, and he needs to be careful, because once he's in range of that Sentry Ward, they can get it. If they get a stun off, they could potentially nuke him down.
Dire's bottom tower is under siege.
Looks like he just used it on a lane creep. I don't fully agree with that. I think that he could have just maybe shifted over to the jungle at this point. Maybe used his ulti on this stack and ate that creep. That maybe would have been a better choice in my opinion. But regardless, he did use the Midas, so I believe it's 16 minutes that you have to have a Midas before it's effective. I'm not quite sure on that. It's either 14 or 16 minutes that you have before it's paid itself back in terms of gold.
Tower is under attack.
So he's probably looking at about the 21-minute mark before that pays off for himself. Darkseer, he's using a lot. Oh, that was a mistake. If we go back here. Oh. Hold on a second. My Dota just crashed. Uh-oh. Hold on, guys. Why is the application already running? This sucks. Where is Dota 2? There we go. So I'm going to try to jump back into it where I was. I don't quite remember where I was though, so that's going to be rather difficult. I think it was probably about 22 minutes in or something. Nope. Let me just grab the match ID again. Sorry about this, guys. I don't know what quite happened there. It looked like when I double tapped on the when I double tapped on the button, it actually force closed Dota. I'm not quite sure what happened. But anyway, I show you guys my Purge shirt. It says hello everybody, my name is Purge. I love it. I got it about last week and I just had to wear it today. So I'm gonna fast forward in the game, of course. 12 minutes. No, that's way too far because there's kills. Sorry for scrubbing so much here. So I'll just start us off here. I'll pause it for just a second so that way we can take a look at items. But if you take a look, Visage only has his boots up right now. Bounty Hunter actually has a wand and boots with a stout shield. Gyrocopter just has his hand of Midas and boots. Hollow Titan with bottle of boots. Medusa actually has power treads. Ring of Basilius, and that's kind of it. Clockwork has a bracer, bottle boots. Centaur has boots, stout shield, and Darkseer has boots and a bottle. So I'm going to kick things back off again right away, because again I am on a time limit. Do I actually have enough time for this? I believe so. Yes, I have just enough time. Hollow Titan's going to be pressuring the Clockwork here a little bit, but he's actually out of mana, but he doesn't have the hook shot, so he's not going to be able to get the kill here. He does have his treads now, which is going to be good for him in terms of his stats. Bounty Hunter still being annoying. He's actually level 6 already. Medusa's level 7. So Medusa was actually able to, due to that lane control, he actually put him back about a full level of XP, which is great. But he is really far up here. I'm not quite sure if I agree with this. Actually, they're going to kill off the Medusa with the Spirit, and now Pugnut is also at risk of dying here, and it looks like they are going to be able to take her out. So they do get a double kill there, one on each, which is good to split out the gold. They're going to need to kill that ward here. It looks like they're going to try to pressure this tower. Darkseer is going to come down to try to defend it. Bounty Hunter picks up his phase boots, so that's going to be really nice for him. And actually, Earthshaker's going to go up to the top lane here. Visage is going to be able to take out the Clockwork with that Soul Assumption. Centaur Ward Runner is just kind of hiding there. He doesn't have a whole lot yet. Medusa's there. She went really, really greedy actually there. She got 2 points of stats. I think she still has 1 point that's not yet used. But she went full mana shield. Which is okay, I guess, because it means that your mana goes a lot further. But it still sucks that you're not getting any levels of Split Shot or the Snake, which could have been really useful. Bounty Hunter's now just being annoying, throwing out a lot of tracks. It's going to be great for them in terms of vision. I don't think that he should throw out this next one, but he may actually. Yeah, okay, he is. And Visage is going to wait till he has full souls. There we go. Earthshaker is actually going to go down here. But Earthshaker for Centaur, I guess that's okay because of the roles that they're playing. To me, Earthshaker's a little bit more, or Centaur's a little bit more important, but potentially not. Medusa's going to pause here. I'm not quite sure what the pause is for, but Elder Titan does have his urn up. Maybe it looked like it was a misclick potentially. Now Titan's going to go to bottom lane, and it looks like they're going to try to save the Gyrocopter. Not going to be so really successful. He's going to take a stun, and that is actually going to be the end of Darkseer, as Bare Arms on that Elder Titan is going to get a murder spree, according to GLaDOS, or a killing spree. And this is actually really too far, I think. That was risky to do for the Radiant there. Medusa's still going this heavy build. I think that she should definitely start to put some skill. There we go. I was going to say either max split shot or at least get 1 or 2 levels of the Mystic State because he really needed it. I like this ward that's being placed here. I wish that you could see the range of it. I think it's 1600. It's a ridiculous range, and having it back, yeah, having it back like that is great. Nice, look at that. He's going to be taking some damage and losing a lot of mana. Dire's bottom tower is going to go down. Darkseer wasn't able to quite defend it. Looks like Clockwork's actually setting up for a hook here. And this could actually be very detrimental for the Radiant team. He's really looking for the place to throw it. And I think now he realizes that the fight's gone way too far. And that's not, yeah, he's going to actually TP back to his base. Radiant heroes are going to get very low here, and it looks like they're going to be punished. Elder Titan's going to get a double kill actually on the Pugna and Centaur Warmrunner with the Spirit. Gyrocopter is going to go down, and it looks like that they're going to want to clean up this Medusa. Without any mana, she has no defense. And she had no Mystic Snake or anything else to try to dish out any damage, and it looks like Bare Arms is actually going to get a triple kill. He wasn't able to get the stun out, and that's actually going to cost him quite dearly, I think. I don't think he's going to be able to get this kill. Double TP action. Gyrocopter is going to buy back, but he doesn't have any gold for a TP scroll, maybe? Yeah, no gold, or it's on cooldown, but he also is going to want to use his Midas, so maybe that's why he bought back, and then he's going to want to go to that bot tower to go defend it. Looks like they're both looking for the rune, but it is bottom. It is a regen rune, so whoever does pick that up is going to have a good time. Clockwork still not level 11 yet. He did try to regen up a little bit, but I think, yeah, that was really stupid to try to go. He actually took 2 cogs there, took out his mana entirely. Now he's going to have to go back to base. Gyrocopter ended up using his Midas, it looks like, on a Mud Golem. And Darkseer is actually going to go jungle, it looks like.
Radiant's top tower has been destroyed.
Radiant's top tower is going to go down. Looks like they were able to put up enough defense there. They're going to take down the ward before they go in any further. Elder Titan picks up a mech, actually. And it looks like that was a really defensive Fissure right there. Soul Assumption not quite enough to get the kill there. And it looks like Visage is actually going to end up going down here. Gyrocopter is going to go down in the bot lane to both Clockwork and Darkseer. And there goes down the Gyrocopter to the Medusa. And they're trying to take him down here, but they don't quite have the damage. And they're actually going to get turned into stone. Elder Titan's going to throw out the Spirit to get another kill here. Elder Titan's doing quite well. He was a mid lane, and he actually is going to end up with a mech, treads, urn, bottle, and wand at 14 minutes. That's not that bad. In terms of last hits, he's looking at 82. So, you know, he was definitely certainly effective. Centaur finally going to be picking up some upgraded boots. He's going to be picking up Tranquils. And it looks like actually this top lane is going to completely just go down. Familiars are going to be there to maybe fend off the creep wave. Not quite sure.
Dire's top tower is under siege.
Clockwork going to land a hook onto Darkseer, and it looks like, or Clockwork going to land a hook on the Elder Titan. Looks like they're trying to fight this here, but the Spirit not doing a whole lot. He threw out his ulti, wasn't really all that effective. No heroes going down still. Looks like the Familiars are trying to throw it at the ward. They are going to take it down. He's going to try to use Sleep. He's going to use Sleep on 2, but I don't think that's going to save him here, as he is going to have... Actually, Pugna's going to go down to the Visage Familiars, but That was actually really nice. Fisher. He does have his rocket flare up, so he can throw it out here soon in a minute. But they do actually find the clockwork, and it's going to be all about, can they get around? No. They had to go around the long way, and that meant that they were not going to get that kill. They're still trying to play this like they can take it. There's the Fisher, and they're actually going to stun off the clockwork again. Elder Titan's going to get the kill on that clockwork. Medusa's actually going to get a full duration freeze up on both Elder Titan and Earthshaker. That was a big mistake by both of them to continue to look at her there. Vacuum's gonna, defensive vacuum's actually gonna save them there. He uses the life break, but it doesn't do a whole lot of damage. Wow, that was a soul assumption plus a Fisher. And if he gets in range, he is actually gonna be able to kill him off. But it looks like that Centaur, the potential for a stun scared him off. Vicious Familiars are gonna do a little bit of damage there, but that's gonna be it. Double damage is up there. Elder Titan is actually gonna get the kill on Medusa. So that's going to be another kill going their way. The rocket flare doing a fair amount of damage, and then the hook is going to be able to finish him off. But I think that this means that the Earthshaker and Clockwork are both going to go down here. So Clockwork is going to go down, but they are going to take the mid lane tier 1. He is going to throw at the wall, and it looks like, yeah. So there goes down the Visage. And he may actually lose his Familiars here if he's not careful. So far this is, as advertised, a slugfest. It looks like they're going to try to take out the Familiars. I don't know if they're going to have the damage output to do it. So they're just going to damage them a little bit there, but that's going to be fine. Gyrocopter, just trying to take as many jungle creeps as he can. He's not using his Hades Minus. He should be using this on this Wild Wing Ripper, but he's not. Thank you for using it on that Wild Wing Ripper. So now he's going to be level 11, and he has 105 CS so far. Clockwork picking up a drum as well as Medusa. This is kind of redundant. Maybe if Medusa didn't have any charges left, he could pick one up, but that is kind of redundant to have one at this point in the game. Familiars are going to come out. They're really low health, and that's really dangerous. Looks like they're going to try to get the sweep off on the Centaur Warrunner, and they're going to be successful. And they're going to try to do a little bit more damage here, but the stun, Earthshaker actually took a fair amount of damage from that. They are going to kill him though. Visage with the Soul Assumption is going to get the kill. And Elder Titan's going to use some of those earned charges. He probably has a fair amount. Yeah, he still has 4 left. And it looks like they're actually going to want to take out this tier 1 tower finally. Well, there hasn't been a whole lot of towers going down, but it looks like in return, Dire side's looking to get some towers, and Earthshaker's going to be TPing back. And with that, I don't think that they're going to be able to do a whole lot. Earthshaker again is going to get stoned by that Medusa's Gaze. They are going to get the deny, and Visage got the destroy on the tower, so that's good. A smoke's going to be coming down for the Familiars and Visage. And it looks like they're going to actually try to take out this Darkseer. Grave Shield going to be used. There's actually a fight going on down bottom as well. Earthshaker's going to pop his ultimate, and it looks like he's going to try to get a kill before he goes down. Excellent vacuum back into the cogs. Great wall right there. They're actually going to get a triple kill right there on the Centaur Warrunner, taking out Gyrocopter, Earthshaker, Bounty Hunter. However, Bear Arms is going to get a double kill, and he may be actually looking for a triple kill here, but I don't think he's going to quite get it. Medusa, Pugna, and Clockwork all going down. He did actually get stunned out of using his sleep, so that's going to be really detrimental there. And looks like the Familiars aren't going to be able to do quite enough damage, so they're really diving for this. This is really too far in my opinion. I think they should definitely have gone back a lot further than that, or a lot sooner than that. Vacuum's basically going to cancel out that mechanism use. He knew that he had nothing else to stop his TP out. Visage should have actually also TP'd. I'm not quite sure what he thinks he's going to be able to accomplish. Oh, okay, looks like he wanted to do a little bit of warding. That's fine. So a little bit of wards thrown out there, and that was in terms of who got the advantage from that fight. Actually, it was Pugna's going to go down to a massive Soul Assumption, followed by the Bounty Hunter Shuriken Toss. In terms of gold, we're looking at nearly 10k in favor of Radiant, and nearly 9,000 experience lead. And you can definitely tell that, as I usually say, it's all about the levels of the supports before 20 minutes. Look at this. Dire supports, level 8. Radiant supports, and one of them's level 11. Hard carry is at 1 level up. In terms of mid lane, Mid laner is 4 levels ahead. This Elder Titan is actually making up a lot of that experience difference, I think. Visage picking up a medallion. I really like Visage picking up a medallion. I think it's quite useful. It means that the familiars, if he's nearby, can do a lot of damage. They're going to drop down here. I think that's going to reveal that they have an order. At least something there. It should. There's going to be the hook, cogs, and battery assault. There's the flare as well to guarantee the kill. And they're actually, Radiant's in a tough spot right now. They're going to take out the ward. But yeah, Wex is going to need to be very, very careful around here. I really like his item build or his skill build and item build, and that's actually just going to be a dead Visage. So that track gold is seriously paying off. I wish that you could see during a game how many tracks somebody was getting. I think that's a missile maybe? Or is that just... I think that's familiars attacking that sound. No, what is it? I'm not quite sure what that sound bug is, but anyway. Baron standing around right now, not quite sure what he thought he was doing. Looks like Wex is trying to go for just to see if he can find the Darkseer, and he is going to find them. He is going to get the slow off from the Shuri toss, but unfortunately the Elder Titan was a little bit late. That is quite hard to hit though once you have the surge up. Familiars, that was really risky of the Familiars right there. Looks like they're going to waste a lot of her mana right there. The Earth Split is going to go off, and it is going to trap the Centaur War Runner. He is going to get off his double edge, and looks like Soul Assumption is going to be able to take out Pugna. So that was a Pugna Centaur War Runner. And they're actually going to be able to get potentially his Clockwork as well, and they're just going to lose the Bounty Hunter as well as the Earthshaker. They're going to split the aggro there, and Visage actually may go down here. Visage needs to be very, very careful. He is going to get the sleep off, but the Vicious Familiars are going to be able to take the aggro, and that was actually an awful fight there from the Radiant. They lost everybody but the Gyrocopter, and they gave farm to that Darkseer. Darkseer right now, he only has Mech, Bottle, and Arcane Boots, but he's going to pick up Blink Dagger now. Clockwork's going to be picking up a Force Staff. Gyrocopter went incredibly safe and now has a BKB, and it doesn't, like, the Midas doesn't feel like it did anything to me, to be honest. I know he used it a little bit inefficiently, but it still felt like it wasn't quite what they were expecting it to be. Maybe they wanted him to fight a little bit more, but like at 22 minutes, all he managed to get, because the Hand of Midas just paid for itself, all he managed to get was a BKB. So if he had something like IMKB at this point, I think it would have been definitely a little bit more worth it. Medusa is going to actually go down. So it looks like she stayed a little bit too long in lane, and Wex was able to scout her out. So that is going to be helpful. I think that was a track kill as well. So it looks like Gyrocopter's going to go back to base, and I'm actually quite interested to see what item he's going to be picking up here. Or if he's just going to be regenning, I'm not quite sure. I think he should be picking up an item. Sorry, just looking at the time there. There's a Blade of Alacrity, so it looks like he's going to go for a Yasha next. Now his Hand of Midas is on cooldown when he's back at base because he couldn't decide. Things like that are really impactful because if you don't use your Hand of Midas, if you let it on cooldown 20 to 30 seconds each time it comes off cooldown, and that you let that happen about 15 times, you have the potential of looking at, I don't even know, like 4 or 5 minutes of unused Midas, which really hurts because that's 2 or 3 full charges. There is the stun from Centaur War Runner trying to save himself. There's the Shuri toss. He went down really, really low there. Now we're going to see the Clockwork. There's the first use of the Force Staff. Just really defensive cogs just to try to throw out something. He is going to actually do the hook shot in on the Visage, but he doesn't have anything left besides the Rocket Flare. He's going to throw it on the Visage, but it's not going to do a whole lot. There's the Earth Split. Going to be able to take out the Darkseer. Pugna's also going to go down to Gyrocopter. They do get frozen by the Medusa and the ward that was really nicely placed there. But Medusa is actually going to fall to the Bounty Hunter. Earthshaker's going to be picking up a Blink Dagger back at base, so when he comes in, he's going to be able to land Vicious for sure. There's a little bit of Urn usage, and it looks like they really want to take this thing out. He doesn't get a whole lot of bonus damage from the Spirits, but it is going to be enough. Gyrocopter's going to get the last hit. And the Radiant's actually really doing quite well in terms of being efficient on the map. Bounty Hunter, I didn't like the fact that he was scouting a lot originally. But it turned out to be just fine. Visage is going to use the medallion just after the Lincoln's is broke. I think you call it Lincoln spell break, spell block. Clockwork is going to scout it out, but I don't think it's going to be in time for any sort of magical hook. Roshan's going to go down. Gyrocopter's going to pick up the Aegis, and it looks like they're just going to have to back off after. Ugh. Back off after that. Defensive Flare is going to throw out there, and top lane's going to be pushed a little bit. Elder Titan already with a Shiva's Guard now. This is massive armor. He's only looking at taking 38% of the physical damage that gets thrown out. Gyrocopter's going to throw out a really nice flare here. It's really important to use your flares effectively. That was a move by Earthshaker. I'm not quite sure why he did that, because he's going to die regardless. When a battery salt's on you and you're a Earthshaker, you need to be really quite careful not to try to be casting any spells, because you're not going to have time to. Looks like they're going to try to take out the Elder Titan. He is incredibly tanky right now, but it looks like the life drain is going to work out in their favor. Clockwork made a pretty big mistake there, not being able to... Actually, Visage is going to kill off the Centaur War Runner. It looks like it was in the back there, and then Darkseer is going to kill off the Visage. Clockwork made a big mistake that he actually got one of the familiars in his cogs anyway, instead of actually getting anything else. He waited until the battery assault was over, but I think he should have gotten right away. Instead, he just kind of wasted a little bit of his time. Radiant Courier is going to go down. This could have been massive. I don't know what was on the Courier, actually. So that could have been really detrimental to what they were trying to do here. Almost like Earthshaker's just trying to push out the wind a little bit. He should be using his Arcane Boots. There we go. And it looks like Bounty Hunter's going to be going up for a BKB. I'm not quite sure what that sound is. It seems to be around Bounty Hunter, I think. I'm not quite sure. Visage picking up the Aghanim Scepter, popping his new buddies right away. I think that's a very, very smart move. I think he just used his Midas on a small creep. I don't like that. I don't really like that. They're too easy to kill, and they give way too little to be worth it to use. But regardless, he's going to use it. Sorry, I'm recording this before work instead of usually I record them after work later on in the evening. So we'll come about an hour and a half early to record this to make sure it was one that was good. So far, I mean, it's been Radiant kind of all the way, but it's still been enjoyable to watch in my opinion. And it hasn't been so one-sided. I mean, if anything, it's just towers that are one-sided. And they're only 2 towers up right now, so it's not... Or actually, I'm sorry, 3 towers up. Let's take a look at the gold graph. The gold graph shows us 15k gold. Usually I talk about how we need to see towers the same, and actually I'm going to have to hold off on that train of thought, because Clockwork is going to cog in, as well as the hook. There's the vacuum. And actually Gyrocopter is going to end up getting stunned out here, but it doesn't really matter. They're actually quite low here, and with that back wall combo, they're actually going to take a lot of damage. They're going to go try to take out this Medusa, and they're actually going to end up forcing the Aegis to pop, but in return what they got was a 3-for-2 trade, I believe. 3-for-1 trade, I'm sorry. There is the... I don't remember what that move is called. Decrepify. Trying to take out the Elder Titan, and it looks like Pugna's going to lose his life. He is going to take out the Bounty Hunter, and in the end, that was a full team wipe, I think? No. Medusa, Pugna, Clockwork, and Darkseer all ended up dying, only for a support Earthshaker and a offlane Bounty Hunter. So that really, really sucked, and they're going to lose a tower. So that's massive. They just got I bet you they just got a massive lead off of that. That was about 2,700 gold, and including the towers, probably around 5k almost. Yeah, 4k gold. And look at that jump in terms of experience. That's massive. They're actually going to be threading the tier 3, and they're going to pressure the Centaur right out of there. Darkseer does have a vacuum, so they do need to be careful. Radiant Courier is going to respawn. Clockwork is going to hook in, and there's the cogs. Battery Salt as well, just to ensure that they're going to be able to kill him off. Gyrocopter is going to do a quite nice ultimate there, but it's not going to be enough. Ooh, that was actually massive. That was the full Manta style that was on the Courier when the Courier died there. However, he does have a full BKB as well. Hood finished finally on Centaur Warrunner. This is definitely going to help him be a little bit more tanky, make sure that he gets that double edge off. And now he's only going to take, what, like 200 damage when he does 400 damage to everybody in a very, very short cooldown move. Rashawn's back up in 5 minutes. That's a Mana style BKB up at 30 minutes with the Midas. This is when Midas starts to kick in because now you've paid for it and now it's just free gold all the time. I think it is something with Bounty Hunter, maybe. That weird sound effect that keeps coming in, that like, I'm not quite sure. But Bounty Hunter with his Vlad's BKB, I'm not quite sure what he's going to go for next. I know it sounds ridiculous, but maybe like an AC or something, just to just give a little bit more armor up against the Medusa, because that's what she's all about right now, is that heavy DPS. And her mana actually isn't a whole lot, so it's a good thing that she did max out that mana shield first. That's a nice flare that's going to help try to push out the lane. It's going to force both of them to kind of stick around there. Gyrocopter's going to come in, clean up the creep wave there, and right now there's just TPs on the courier, and that is a lot of Gyrocopters. And he's just going to peace out. And they're actually just going to push out the lane, it looks like. Clockwork's right there. They must have just seen him. So they're going to look like they're just going to back off because Bounty Hunter wasn't really in quite a good position there. Medusa's still just trying to farm up her what looks to be an ultimate orb. Or, I'm sorry, not an ultimate orb. A Mess style. So that's going to be an okay item for her. Getting up any kind of agility items is good. Earthshaker hasn't really picked up anything in a little bit, besides his Blink Dagger, but that's fine because he's been doing a great job warding. Both the Radiant and Dire, I haven't mentioned this, but it's just because I'm not quite used to being able to grab everything. They've been, the warding on both sides has been actually quite excellent. That's going to be a full Manta style on the Medusa. And if you look at it, I guess the Gyrocopter, just looking at carry versus carry, there is a 50 CS lead as well, so I guess that you have to take that into account. Darkseer's actually going to go down here, and that's a gem. Gyrocopter's going to be able to pick up the gem, which is great against that Bounty Hunter that they got this so early, because I imagine that was maybe just purchased. Soul Assumption's going to try to take out the Centaur Warrunner. They're not going to quite get it. Shiva's Guard used. It is going to slid on the Clockwork. Looks like they're going to... Nope. He's just going to try to catch up to him there. Earthshaker. He does have the Fissure. He is going to use it. It's going to whiff, actually, and that's going to cause them to run all the way around instead of being able to go through this little nook right here. That was massive mistake right there.
Radiant's top tower is under siege. Radiant's top tower
Looks like
has
AC is
fallen.
actually, Elder Titan's going to go for the AC. Medusa's actually going to end up pushing out this top lane. This is a big mistake because they could have maybe TP'd back. Because right now, only having a Darkseer down, I don't think that that's enough at this point. Darkseer didn't have enough stuff. Pugnus just going to get absolutely destroyed by Soul Assumption, the Shuri Toss, and Visage Familiars, and just go down. Gyrocopter is probably going to see him pop his ulti here. That's going to be a Soul Assumption, and there is the hook from Gyrocopter, or from Clockwork. He's going to be able to take out the Elder Titan. Elder Titan's going to buy back. Gyrocopter's going to end up taking out the Centaur Warrunner. Visage is going to end up going down to... Visage is going to end up taking Clockwork. They are going to take a tower. Clockwork's going to end up buying back. Elder Titan's going to have to go back to defend because Medusa just took that. There's going to be a BKB popped, and it looks like Gyrocopter's trying to man up against this Darkseer, Clockwork, but I don't think he's going to have any success here, and he's actually going to go down thanks to the Ion Shell. And I think I said that Pugna took out Visage, and Visage took out Pugna. And it looks like they are going to try to take out this Bounty Hunter here. And I think he's going to be able to succeed. Actually, wow, that was really nice play by the Familiars to block the hook, so that way, Bounty Hunter could get away. That was great Michael skills there. Pipe is going to be finished up on the Centaur Warrunner, and things are actually shaping up to be quite an interesting game. Desolator was actually the choice on Bounty Hunter. So that's going to be good for him. Looks like Centaur Warrunner was also going for a mech, but there's only one completed, so I'm not quite sure what he's going to do with that. On the Dire, Rashawn's back up in 30 seconds, so most heroes should be up by then. Dire may be able to actually take it if it's fast enough.
This is the hardest part of the partial. Radiant's bottom tower.
There's some
has
other
fallen.
stats if you guys want to pause the game. Oh, sorry. There's some other stats if you guys want to pause the game. I don't quite know why I was so low there, but Elder Titan is going to be trying to take out the entire Dire team. He's going to pop a Shiva's Garret and every single one of his spells that he has. Earth Split is going to keep them captured there, and I'm not quite sure if he's going to be able to get away. It's actually a really nice fissure, and it looks like the Centaur Warrunner is going to go down. Clockwork did run away, so he was able to get off a move there. And that's going to be a lot of his mana going down, but his health is still way up. Bear Arms is going to try to come back in here. He's not going to cast the sleep, but he is actually going to be able to take out Rice with the Gyrocopter using his Q there. And actually, it looks like they're going to try to take out this Pugna. Bear Arms is actually going to go down, I think. I don't think he's going to live. Wow, that Decrepify almost saved him right there. And actually, they are going to take him down without the Elder Titan going down, so that's actually insane. He doesn't have enough health, I don't think, to stay. Maybe he does with the Urn charges, but they need to go for Roshan right now, I think. Force Staff going to be picked up by Earthshaker, and they're all here, except for, of course, the Bounty Hunter. They're going to pop the spell block, and then they're going to use that medallion. Hopefully they're going to be able to take it out here. Gyrocopter is not actually even trying to scout this out. They must know that it's going on then. Gyrocopter picking up another Aegis, and he actually has 6k gold, so almost. So I think he should be picking up an MKB. I don't know why. Alright, that's a lot better. Mech going to be used there, and it looks like they're just going to try to force out maybe the racks here. Medusa's going to be back up, so this is actually quite dangerous, because if they lose this, they're going to lose the advantage that they just gained, being that Aegis. 12k experience. 17k gold. Medusa trying to fight them off here. That ward should also hopefully make them not go in for this. Centaur Warrunner picking up treads. He's trading in his Tranquil Boots for that. Flare is going to be a nice hit there just to deal a little bit of extra magical damage. And do they have a gem anymore? I don't think so. Derek's here picked up another gem. Actually, no, I think Gyrocopter maybe dropped his. Yeah, I think Gyrocopter lost it again. It doesn't tell me in there. Yeah, so it was just him that bought it. So it looked like maybe Gyrocopter just dropped it again. Medusa and Clockwork just trying to push out that bot lane, it looks like. Clockwork, it's a lot of smokes actually being bought up by the Pugna. Looks like they're going to want to end this quickly. Elder Titan picks up Boots of Travel just so that way he has some more item slots. Looks like does like he's going for AC. Radiant's going to be pressuring the base now. It looks like they're going to try to do a sleep. It does miss. And they just kind of sent out everything that they just had to try to take out that ward. Spirit not doing a whole lot, only getting one or two hits off there. And they're going to try to take out the Familiars, not going to be able to do it. Still nobody down though. Pugna is going to be slept there. Clockwork gets a great hook off onto the Gyrocopter, and it looks like the Gyrocopter is actually going to go down. There's the back wall combo with the Earthshaker ulti. There is just too much going on right now. Double Edge and the Centaur stun. There's the Earth Split. And it looks like Gyrocopter may actually end up going down for a second time. He's going to pop his BKB to get out of there, but it looks like it was a Clockwork for only a Elder Titan, Earthshaker, now Visage, and Bounty Hunter. So that's a huge loss. That's only a 4 for 1, and they actually lost to Aegis as well. So that was a 5-mana wipe if you really think about it. So that's actually massive in terms of what they get. Helmet Dominator finally picked up by Gyrocopter, and he also has an MKB, so this is a fine item now. I think he was a little bit inefficient in the beginning in terms of making sure that he uses all of his abilities. But now he's probably fine. And the Courier, he actually still does Midas, it looks like. It's on his stash or on the Courier. They're going to lose a tier 2 for that, and I'm going to take a bite of this delicious rat.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Oops.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So, if you take a look at it, before that Roshan, they didn't really push out any of the lanes on the Radiant. So if they lost that tier 3 fight, they lost a lot more because they lost a lot of map control as well. That is what happened. And now they're in a great place to try to fight this out. Medusa finally gets her Iascati, so, I mean, she's just going to be dealing so much DPS now. And with that Aegis popped on the Gyrocopter, Radiant has no advantage going into this. I think he may have even sold his Midas to get that. So that's a massive. It's just massively affecting them right now. If you actually look, they just lost nearly 5k gold and about 5,000 experience that they had in terms of lead. Visage is actually going to pick up a Hex. Usually I don't see games where Visage gets enough farm where he gets a Hex, but I guess it's a thing. A lot of smoke's being purchased on both sides. I'm not quite sure where all the smokes that Pugna had there are. Are they on the career? Yeah. And he didn't actually even get them right there, so I'm not quite sure what he's doing. He has a lot of Ops wards, but he's not using them quite yet. I feel like they're kind of ramping up for this last big team fight. All 5 members are actually right here for the Dire, and all 5 were right there on the Radiant. Now they're gonna. Looks like they're smoking, and okay, it wasn't a double smoke move, but this could actually be massive in terms of Radiant heroes getting spotted out here. The Gyrocopter is gonna have the Decrepify put on him there. It looks like they were able to kill him off beforehand. Medusa, she's gonna try to get away with the Centaur Warrunner, his ulti. Looks like she was tracked. She is gonna use Medusa's Stone Gaze, but it doesn't look like they're gonna be able to kill her here. She has a lot of mana, which means that she's very, very survivable. She is actually going to end up going down in the end thanks to the Fisher, Shuri Toss, and the rest of the AoE coming out from the Radiant team. That is going to be a Aghanim Scepter finished up on the Clockwork, so that's going to be great in terms of his DPS that he's going to be able to put out. Now, let me just speed things along a little bit here. Looks like nothing's happening, just a lot of farming. There's the buyback from the Medusa. I think they're just trying to maybe defend a little bit more. Play really safe. Clockwork is going to get a hook off and a flare. Darkseer, he actually just... Oh no. He actually just jumped right into the middle of the trees there, so he's not even going to be able to do a whole lot. He does use the vacuum and they are going to get the Visage, but that is going to be it. I think they maybe got one familiar as well, but that's all that they got. And now they're maybe looking for the rest of the familiars. Clockwork just tried to throw out a hopeful hook, I think. Didn't really end up accomplishing a whole lot, though. He does have Aghanim Scepter, so his cooldown's only 12 seconds. We're going to speed things along here. Sorry if you guys think that's rude, but I do have I have to go to work and I wanted to get another video out today. Medusa's gonna pop the Met there, and it looks like the tier 2 is gonna go down. So this is quite good. Nobody gets the last hit, but that's fine. Put his map control back in the Dire's favor. 2 TPs back there. I don't think that was overly necessary to have 2 people TP back. Maybe they thought that somebody was there. But I'm really gonna do a little bit of fast forwarding here. Looks like the Radiant's trying to take a little bit more control of the map again. And they did just see that. But it looks like just a little bit more farming until the last big fight. There's 1 minute left till Rashawn spawns up, and if these teams are as good as they've been playing so far, they should know that. These are big item pickups. The Satanic on Gyrocopter means that it's going to be a lot more survivable. And the Bounty Hunter picking up the Heaven's Halberd, as long as he gets it in time, that's going to be a massive thing. If he doesn't get this in time, this could be huge. They're going to try to smoke and go right into Rashawn, knowing that he's up in a couple seconds. I think this is a mistake. They really needed to wait. I think that they needed to wait until the Heaven's Halberd was back. Heaven's Halberd is actually going to be on Centaur Warrunner as well. They're going to smoke. I think that they should have had maybe some ward coverage up there. Unfortunately, they don't, though. Heaven's Halberd may be here to Bounty Hunter in time. Hopefully he can set it to a hotkey that he knows. I think this is going to be the last fight. This is going to be the fight that decides everything, I think. In terms of buyback statuses, only Elder Titan, Darkseer, and Pugna have it right now. Everybody else is either on cooldown or they can't afford it. New familiars being spawned up, and the Dire just saw that. So they're going to flare it out. This is kind of just a standstill at this point. Elder Titan waiting for them to go in. That's some vision for them at least, so now they know that they're there. I'm just speeding things up because it looks like it was just a stalemate for a little while. Clockwork Hook misses, actually. That's going to be pretty big. There's the Centaur ulti. Actually, looks like there's the Split Earth as well as the Sleep that's going to be thrown out. Cogs was also used. Soul Assumption. A lot of BKBs are going off right now. Earthshaker using his ultimate. Clockwork's actually going to be melted. Dire Side's actually just being absolutely destroyed. And is this going to be a 4 for nil? They're just going straight down here, and yeah. That was a 5 for 1 fight. And they're going to actually, I think they should just go in over Sean. This is the time in the game where you just go, Rosh, 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 Rosh. So it looks like now they're going to try to pick that up. Visage is kind of trapped there. It looks like he doesn't want to try to risk going through that wall and killing himself. Fair enough. Darkseer bought back, but he's not going to be able to do a whole lot besides push out the lanes. All the Radiant heroes are actually quite weak in terms of their HP, so I don't think that they're going to be able to go in right away. Cheese is going to be picked up by the Bounty Hunter, and Aegis is actually going to be picked up by Gyrocopter. It looks like the Darkseer was just caught with his hand inside the cookie jar, and they're going to try to chase him out here. There's the nice Fisher. Surge is still on cooldown right now. It looks like they're just going to try to stun him out until they can get the kill, and Darkseer's going to go down, and that was just after he bought back. So that's 82 seconds that he cannot buy back, which is massive. We're going to fast forward a little bit, because I don't imagine anything's going to happen at this point in the game. Here comes the death push. And yeah, it definitely looks like the game is winding down now. AC picked up on the Elder Titan finally, and Boots of Travel picked up on the Earthshaker. So now they're both going to be able to TP right in here. Medusa with a great ulti. There's the Clockwork, though. He's mostly going to throw out the Cogs. There's the Gyrocopter ultimate. Great stun by the Centaur Warrunner, however, wasn't good enough. That was a 4-man wipe there, and that was just due to the sheer advantage that they have. Medusa's also going to go down. That's going to be GG. 22,000 experience lead on the Radiant, and 24,000 gold lead. GG well played, says Ricers on the Medusa, and I think that's just right. This is probably going to be it. It looks like they want to actually confirm that this is going to be the end game by taking that tier 3 top, or taking the tier 3 bottom, and the racks. Being 2 lanes of racks down is going to be really, really helpful for them. And now they're actually just going to go straight for the tier 4s, I think. That was just to make sure, just in case there were any buybacks that they forgot about. Second time playing Elder Titan. Well, very nicely played, Bear Arms. He is overpowered. I agree. It looks like they're going to do a little bit of farming the fountain, maybe. I don't know quite why. But they are going to kill off the Darkseer. And that is going to be it. So remember, guys, there's a link in the description for Extra Life. If you guys do want to check it out, please do. Please, like, give it a thumbs up, whatever you guys want to do, share it. Thanks you guys for watching. Sorry, I can't think of words right now. I do have to go to work. But thanks you guys for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys next time. See you later.